When it's time to file your new drug application and you're going through the inspection process, the FDA will ask you, how did you select your vendor? How did you demonstrate your oversight? Were there any problems? What did you do about them? You need to be clear about how you handled it. Did you have a process for how you selected your vendor? Did you vet them properly? Did you have a guideline or an SOP that you followed? And then when there were problems, was it well documented? Did you show your involvement in the day-to-day operations of the trial? Hiring a partner or hiring a CRO does not mean pitching work over the fence. You're still fully responsible as the sponsor.
Well, oversight is what the FDA is looking for, first of all, and you do that through documentation. So if you didn't document it, the saying goes, you didn't do it. So oversight is critical through documentation. It's the evidence that supports the fact that you're doing your due diligence. You're doing what you're responsible to do. So documentation through your meeting minutes, they've got to be accurate, clear and concise. The decisions that were made during study conduct, they should be reflected within that document. Audits, monitoring reports, things of this nature, that's what the FDA is going to look at. That's the documented evidence to ensure that you are doing what you need to do to keep your fingers on the pulse.
Just because you've got roles and responsibilities doesn't mean that you're not going to have to demonstrate oversight to the agency, right? I personally am a strong believer that you need to be clear right up front with your CRO partners what your oversight is going to look like, because that's going to mean additional work for them too, by the way. I'll give you an example. If we just looked at your ETMF, right, your trial master file, that CRO might have an SOP in place that says, yeah, once a year our project manager looks at that. Right? Well, you want to be able to say, I'm telling you that maybe once a quarter or every 6 months, I'm going to also come in and do oversight of that. That was just one example. But the other is, many CROs will say, well, we give you executive oversight. That doesn't take away your obligation. I think you need a governance charter as part of your overall outsourcing plan, a governance charter with each one of those that says, how often are you going to meet, not only as project management and the actual study team, but also on an executive level? How often are you going to meet? What are you going to discuss? Are you going to completely review KPIs, key performance indicators? Which key performance indicators are you going to oversee, and for how often? Do you want a monthly report card? I mean, these are the kinds of things that you need to intentionally think through what that oversight plan is going to be, document what that oversight plan is going to be, share those expectations, and I think at that point, you'll have something that the agency can feel very comfortable with.